Hey guys, what's up? In today's video, I will show you how you can use Office Script and Power Automate to automate the repetitive work that we do in Excel. That will include formatting an Excel file or applying formulas in Excel file. On top of that, we will also see how I can send some information from Power Automate to the Excel and use that information in the formulas, and how I can send a selective information from Excel back to Power Automate. So stay tuned. So today we're going to talk about Office Script and Power Automate and how we can use these together to automate Excel. The first question is, what is Office Script? So Office Script allow you to record actions that you are taking while working on an Excel file, and it generate a script file. Now that script file can be reused for any other Excel file if you want to repeat those same actions that you just captured. Does it sound like VBA? Yes, it does. And it is very similar to VBA, but you cannot run the VBA on Excel Online. But the Office Script is for web. So you can actually now capture all those steps in the Excel Online. That means if you are working on OneDrive or in SharePoint Online and you are using Excel there, you can do the same thing as you used to do in VBA. So let's talk about the scenario and where this can be very useful. So I'm part of this company that has operations across the globe. Okay, different country has different operations. Each week, the country team send me their financial report. Okay, and the report look like this. So they send me this file with the name of the country, product detail, the date, how many unit has been sold, cost, price, discount, and other information. Okay, my job is to get that file and do some formatting on top of that. So this is my final output look like. So I add these headers, the title of the report. I also add one column called profit, because this is the whole purpose, to know whether the operation is profitable or not. And I also added this another small table here that is showing me the total profit for this country. Now if you notice this, the formatting and everything, I need to do every time. So whenever I receive a file, I need to do this. If I need to do this one time, it's okay. But because I'm getting these files every week from every other country, it is a lot of work that I need to do. So what if I want to automate this process? So whenever I receive a file from the country, it should automatically get formatted like this. Okay, so this is what we are going to do using Office Script and Power Automate. So to use Office Script, what you need to be in the Office Online. So you need to use the web version of Excel. You need to have a license that is either Business or Enterprise Office 365 license. So you need these two basic things to start working on the Office Script. You can start working on the Excel file that is in OneDrive or in SharePoint. You can work on a new file, or you can use an existing Excel. Okay, so you have all those options available for you. We're going to start working on the sample file. Okay, so I open the sample file. Once you open the file, as you can see here, I'm in the web. I have not opened this file in the desktop. You should be able to see a button called Automate. If you are not seeing this button, that means either you don't have the right license, or your tenant admin has deactivated the Office Script. So there is an option at Office 365 tenant level where admin can deactivate this feature. So if you are not seeing it and you know you have a right license, contact your admin and ask them to reactivate this option. Once you go to this tab and let's say you see this button, click there. Now the process is very, very simple. You see a record action button here. You can click that. You can click on the all script also. Now what this is going to do is going to show you all the script that you have. You can see all the script that is part of this workbook. and you can see some sample. Today we're gonna start recording the new actions. Okay, so I'm gonna click on the record actions. Now if you notice here, it is now recording. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to format this Excel to make it look like this. Okay, I start with inserting the rows here on the top. So I'm going to insert 3 rows. First one I would say is provided by, and I'm going to type my name here. And this one is the profit factor 0.90. I'll talk about this later, why I'm using it. Then I'm going to merge these cells together. This is going to be my report title. Okay, some more formatting. And if you notice on the right hand side, each and every step that I'm taking is actually getting recorded here. Okay, so I have created this header here. Next, I'm going to add a new column called profit. Okay, so column added to my table. Then I'm going to write a formula here. So formula to calculate the profit is going to the sales price into the total units sold minus cost into total units sold. Okay, so this will give me the profit. Because there can be more cost than just the cost that is displayed here, so we use this profit factor that I'm going to multiply with this profit that I'm getting to get the actual profit. Okay, so I'm going to change the formula here, multiply by this. Now I want to make this dynamic, so I'm going to use the formula like this. Okay, so this is going to select that particular column, and as you can see here, okay, so the profit is automatically getting calculated. One more thing I will do here, I'll go to this column and say total profit, and here I'm going to use another formula, so equal to sum table 1, so that's the name of the table. Okay, so this is going to give me the total profit. Once you're done with your formatting and every change that you want to apply to this Excel, click stop. Once you click stop, this is what happened. You see there is a file got created. I'm going to rename it. And if you click on the edit, this is where you can see all those different steps actually got converted to the script, and you can see everything listed here. Your file is saved. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to delete what I did before. Okay, so now this file is as it was originally was, and I'm going to run the script. And you see, right? So the steps that we have captured are automatically applied to this file. Okay, so let's save it, and now we're going to try to run this automatically. Okay, so for that I need to log into the flow.microsoft.com and create a new flow. We are going to use automated flow. Okay, so we are going to use the trigger when a file is created. Provide the site address. So this is my site, my library name. Then I'll go to the next step. I search for Excel Online. And in the Excel Online, you see an action called Run Script. Select that. It's going to ask you the location. So this is the location of the file on which you want to run the script on. So I will go back and search my SharePoint site URL, and this is my library where the team is going to upload the file. For the file, because this flow is getting triggered when a file is created, so I'm going to use that trigger identifier. Okay, then we have the script tag here. Once you click on the drop down, you will see all different scripts that you have created or shared with you, so that you can use them to run on this particular file. We just created a demo script, so we're gonna click that, click save. Flow is ready. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to upload a file. So this is the report that I uploaded for France. Now let's wait for this flow to trigger. Okay, so flow is running and it's completed successfully. Let's go back to the library and we're going to open the file. And as you can see, right? So the script is working, and this time it actually get applied to the other Excel file, and you see the data in this file is much more than what we have in our sample file. Perfect, right? So this is how easy it is to creates a repeatable script that allow you to format an Excel file. It is just not limited to adding the header and adding more columns. You can actually go much more beyond that. Like for example, you can insert chart. Now let's move to the second part of this video. I can format that Excel. It's going to save me a lot of time. But if you notice, these are kind of hard-coded value provided by the profit factor, the name of the report. Instead of it's getting hard-coded here, I want my Power Automate to provide this information, and then I can use that information inside the Excel. So how you can do it? So of course, for doing this, you need to go to your Automate tab, find your script, and then edit that script to get into the code. So this is where you need to make some changes to the script file itself. It's not crazy, it's very straightforward. So to add those parameter, and it's called parameter. So if you add parameter to this script, when you call this script from Power Automate, it will ask Power Automate to provide information on those parameter. Okay, so to define the parameter, if you open the script, go to the very top of that where it says function main. After that, add a comma, and then you can start adding your parameter. So first parameter that I'm going to add is provided by. So that's the name of the parameter. Then you say colon, then you need to provide the type. What type of information this parameter will take? A string. Okay. Then you can also define the default value. So for that I'll say equal. So this is how you can define your parameter. Now we need one more. So I can define one more parameter. And this time it's going to be profit factor. Colon, this is the number, and I'm going to default to 90. Okay. Then the last parameter that we need is the title of this report. Okay. So I created these three parameters. Okay. We need to use them also, right, in our script. So the first parameter that we created for this provided by, and you can see I'm hard coding here in the report, the name, my name, Deepak, right? You can easily find that. So this is where I'm setting the value for this equal to this. So what you need to do, just find that hard-coded value for which you created the parameter and replace that value with the name of the parameter. And as soon as you type, it's going to give you that what is that thing, so provided by. Similarly here, this is for profit factor. And then we have the name of the report. Perfect, right? Done. That's all you need to define the parameter. Click save. Okay, so script has been saved. Now go back to your flow, edit that flow. So the parameter that we have defined in the scripts are automatically showing up here. So now what I can do when I'm calling this script, I can pass the information on these columns. So provided by, I want to pass the name of the person who created this file. Okay. Profit factor, I want to pass 0.80 and the report title. So I'm going to use a concat expression. Here I'm going to use the name of the file. Okay. Then I'm going to add a dash. It's not needed. It's just for the demonstration purpose. And then I'm going to use the current time. Okay. Simple. Click save. So let's try that. And I'm going to upload a new file. This is for Germany. Okay. If you notice, the file is pretty standard as we have seen. Let's wait for our flow to trigger. Okay. So flow is running now and it's completed successfully. Let's go back to our library and open the Germany file. And you notice, right? So this time it actually using the information that we have sent from our Power Automate. You can see the name has changed, the title has changed, it has the name of the file and the timestamp. Profit factor has changed. So now I can actually pass a lot of information dynamically. For example, for Germany the profit factor is 0.8, but maybe for US I need to use the different profit factor. So I can dynamically control how this column is going to calculate the profit. Okay, so this part is good. You can send information from Power Automate to the Excel. Now what about sending information from Excel to the Power Automate so you can use that information further for some more analysis. So we have this column where we are actually showing the total profit. What I want, when the flow complete, the formatting and everything complete, I want this information going back to the Power Automate, and I have created another list called country reporting. And what I want here, I want that profit information with the name of the country should be listed here. For sending information from Excel to the Power Automate, yes, you are right, we need to go back to our script editor, and this time we are making some further change. We are not going crazy in scripting. These are some simple scripting that I'm trying to teach you. Of course, you can go more complex scenario and do much more than what I'm showing here. Okay, so to send information back from script to Power Automate, you need to go to the top, go to that function, find these brackets. Okay, and just before this curly, add a colon, type string. Okay, after you define that what type of information this script will return, go to the very end of this script file before the last curly that you see here. This is where we're going to write some small line of script. Okay, as we know, the information that we need is actually in this cell. So we need to get information from this cell. And how you can do that? So if you start typing selected sheet, okay, it's pretty simple, right? Selected sheet means whatever sheet has been selected. Press dot, and this is the cool part about this, right? As soon as you press dot, you can see all the different things that you can do. What you want to do here, you want to do the get cell, right? So I have the get cell. Then it's going to tell you what information you need to pass. Like it is saying, to get a cell, you need to pass the row number and the column number. When you're using the Office script, the first row and the first column is going to start from 0. Okay, so it not start from 1, it starts from 0. So we know our total is in first row, so that's 0, that's the row number, and its column n, that is the 14th. So because it starts from 0, so we're going to pass 13. Okay, so this will give you the cell. Then we need to get the value out of the cell. So what you do, you say dot get value, and that's it. So this will give you this information. Now you just don't want to get this information, you want to return that information, right? So what you do, you say return. If you remember, we have defined this as a string, so you need to, at the very end, you need to say to string, and that's it. That's all you need to do to send it back. This time we are just sending back one single string, and as I said, if you want to do it more complex scenario, you can actually send much more complex object from script to the Power Automate. Okay, let's save this. Let's go back to our Power Automate. I'm going to add another step in using the SharePoint create item action. Okay, select the site and the list name. So title is going to be the name of the file. That's what I'm going to use. And the profit is going to be the result. Okay, click save. Now we're going to try with another file. So I'll go back to my country report document library, and I'm going to upload a new file here. Okay, so report file has been uploaded. Let's wait for flow to trigger. Okay, so flow is running and it's completed successfully. So when the file is created, this is how the run script looks like. And as you can see here, we are passing the provided by factor and the title. And if you notice result, that's the output, right? So the result is coming back from the script to the Power Automate. And if I go back here and open the report file, you can see all the information has been updated. You just need to make sure that this should match with what you are getting, and it does match. And the last, we are creating the item. So if I go back to my country reporting list, this information has been added here. So now you complete this entire process. As soon as I'm going to receive a file from the country, my flow will automatically get triggered. It will get that file, it will run the script, it will pass the information dynamically from here, it will get the result and create the entry here. Pretty straightforward, very easy. Yeah, so this is all for today. I hope this will help you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thank you very much. Keep learning, keep watching.